and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we are welcoming the Final Fantasy mainline characters to Magic the Gathering Arena with another deck built around one of the key legendaries. It's Kefka Court Mage. Kefka Grixis Control. What more could you ask for in a video? The Grixis fans love it. The Final Fantasy fans love it. Kefka Court Mage is a 5-mana 4/5 legendary human wizard. Whenever this enters or attacks, each player discards a card. When you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way, you feel happy. That's what you feel. So whenever they discard an enchantment and you discard a land, you draw 2 cards. That is amazing. For 8 mana, you can make each opponent sacrifice a permanent of their choice and transform this, only as a sorcery, to get a 5/7 flyer that says when an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. That includes when Kefka attacks, so if you transform this and hit them for 5, you draw 5 cards. What a way to take over the game. And our objective is to strip the opponent's resources until they have nothing to fight the Kefka, and then Kefka puts the nail in the coffin, hypothetically speaking. We have all kinds of discard effects in a bounce strategy. Dimir bounce is a known quantity in standard, but it does get some new players in Jill, Shiva's dominant. This is a 2/2 that when it enters returns another non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Jill fills a couple of functions here. We can return Nowhere to Run, Hopeless Nightmare, and spells that we're casting for value. Or we can return the opponent's permanents to their hand and then make them discard them with Hopeless Nightmare, Bandit's Talon, or an enters or attacks trigger from Kefka Court Mage. No, this town ain't big enough does a similar function as well. So there's a lot of bouncing and then a lot of making them discard what we bounce. Jill also can transform into Shiva, Warden of Ice, which can help make sure that our Kefka gets through without being blocked, which can be a big deal in this deck. The final mode there does tap all lands your opponents control. I'll be honest, I hope I get to do it someday, but so far my opponents have died well before chapter 3. So what we're also doing the rest of the way, just interacting with the opponent's board, we run Ghost Vacuum. Ghost Vacuum is an excellent way to sweep up those graveyard effects. We're making our opponents discard, so if they put good cards in their graveyard, we want to make sure we take them away before they can make use of them. And using a Ghost Vacuum on a Kefka or a Jill also gives us those enters the battlefield triggers again when we activate the Vacuum 6-mana ability to put them back on the battlefield as 1/1 spirits. Also hanging out in the mana base is a new town, Midgar, City of Mako. This is a 3-mana sorcery on the adventure side that lets us sack an artifact or creature to draw 2 cards, and we can sacrifice our Ghost Vacuums if they're not in a matchup where they're important, or our extra legendary copies of Jill or Kefka, as well as the Fear of Isolation. Speaking of Fear of Isolation, when this enters, we return a permanent to owner's hand. It can pick up Midgar, City of Mako to use the Rector raid section again, giving us more value in our deck. So if you like value and bounce and discard, this is as mean a deck as I could create, and I think you're gonna love seeing Kefka shine in this cruel element. Let's dive in and let this nonsense begin. On the play, our hand does things and the mana's good, so we'll see what happens. Let's get the Vacuum on the field. That's a duress. No, it's not. It's an intimidation tactics. Well, at least we got the Vacuum out in case they need it. There's only one choice. It's Jill. That can go. Let's make them discard. Well, we're trying to make them discard. They do have to eventually. Tiny Bones. It's black-red. Are we just gonna bounce discard spells off each other? I hope so. I think Kefka wins that game eventually. Oh yeah, we're just gonna bounce all kinds of discard spells off each other. Soon there will be nothing left. Infamous Pool Claw. Well, I guess that's something Nowhere to Run would have been picking off. Nothing. All right, give me that weasel. Land. This is fine. You got time. We can sack the Nightmare. I actually think having the Nightmare out is really good for us. As something to bounce. There you go. That's why. Get him. There will be nothing left. That would be a slasher. Nullified by Nowhere to Run as well. Gonti Night Minister, a 3/4. Whenever a player casts a spell they don't own, that player creates a treasure. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents. Gotcha. Well, it's still nullified by the Nowhere to Run and Fear of Isolation. Oh, now we just need a land. Oh, Kefka, this is your moment. When we shut them all down. Yeah, they know they can't attack there. And Nowhere to Run would get them. Now, do we use this to hit an untapped land? There aren't that many in our deck, to be honest. I think we just take the draws and hold. I like waiting. And let's just keep waiting. I feel like we're favored. They don't have much going on. I mean, I guess we play them in response. Their discard spells won't do much if all their creatures are dead. They have nothing to really protect. Kefka. Okay, they do have something to protect. They have a Laughing Jasper Flint that they... I think they saved the duress till they were going to cast it. Oh, baby. Let's go. This is going to be a weird game. And I'm here for it. Okay, another vacuum has been located. They get to heist me. And they just got a land. Beautiful. Let's keep that going. Give me a Laughing Jasper Flint. Unfortunately, oh, I was about to say our opponent's not discarding anything, but I was wrong. I was so wrong. Oh my goodness. I feel like I should be taking a bow after that. That was amazing. Oh yes. That is Kefka. That is what we're here for. We open up with a Hopeless Nightmare into a Fear of Isolation. So yeah, we're doing the thing they hate. This is perfect. Hitting Grotto. All right. It's possible we're up against Omniscience, which is a challenging matchup, but we have Ghost Vacuum, so we need to find it. Hopeless Nightmare. We're not shying away from what we're here to do. Whoa! Okay, we definitely still need something to interact with the graveyard. That can't be good. That can't be good at all. The question is, do we play the Fear of Isolation? I think we play Talent, then hold up mana and try to get a turn with Entity Tracker. Okay, no interactive stuff from them right now, but it could be creature removal. There's no creature on the board. Galta, huh? Oh my. This is usually a Reanimator deck. Winter Night Stories. Draw 3 unless... Okay. What is going on? Abyssal Harvester. A vacuum. That is a huge draw. We need to get it on the field. Can we play something else this turn? All right, let's attack the graveyard. And it's weird because we have to hold it up, which means they might get to cast their Winter Night Stories, which we don't like, but still the right play. And let's play Fear of Isolation, returning the Nightmare. But I think it's so important to get the vacuum on the field, even if it costs us a card draw from the tracker in the future. And we don't use vacuum on the stories because they could do something else to trigger the harvester and get the Galta. They probably have some very large, powerful dinosaurs or something in their hand. And I am not getting Cactard today. Not today. Valgavoss Faithful, yep. Just don't flinch. They have to make the first move on that graveyard. Although having two things is much more frustrating. We need to get one of these off the board, because they could respond to one with the other if they set up everything perfectly. So if they have an instant speed way to discard something here with the harvester, we get God. Oh man, I'm gonna make them have it. And then at least we get a turn to do something about it. I'm going for this spell, but I feel like there's a plan here. I don't think they can reanimate that Galta at instant speed. Okay, hallelujah. Oh, I was scared. Can you tell? Can you tell I was shook? It's not that obvious, is it? All right, bring out the tracker. Man, do I hit him with a Hopeless Nightmare when they have the harvester? Ooh, then I'd have to tap the vacuum. Oh, this could all be a bad mistake. Let's see what they do. A counter spell. Must say, I did not expect that. They can go after it with this? I think we let that happen. What happens if I make them discard their last card here? They have to go after it, but then they have Faithful next turn. Okay, well, we're not doing that. Oh, this is awkward, dude. They're actually using all my discard effects against me. I don't really care about them having the tracker. You can't do too much with it. So it's like we actually have to let this resolve, which feels so bad when we have a vacuum, but we have to. Because if we don't, they're gonna get something else. At least right now they're taking two and start damaging them. We need to draw a non-land card very badly. And we just have to keep them away from... I mean, if they have nothing in hand, we're not that worried, but it's all still tough. They were trying to get me to use the vacuum, and then they can set up and do their stuff afterwards. We are trying to keep them from doing what they want to do. And if we can get them low enough on cards, we won't have much to worry about with Galta. I mean, it's still a 12-12 trample. That's not true at all. We have a lot to worry about. The Regent, okay. See what they discard. And then the Harvester just stares at us until our turn, because they can respond by using the Harvester. Oh man, that is a big dragon. So I can't activate the vacuum here? I have to respond to the Harvester. If they just hold up the Harvester, I can't respond. I've got to kill the Harvester before we can do what we need to do. Not only that, they have the Faithful as a backup. I need a removal spell. It's not even as a sorcery. This thing is just sitting there on the board threatening me. as the staring match continues. So if I activate this in response, they do that. Can't do it. Sacrifice a artifact or creature, draw 2. Yeah. Now, same thing. If I play Nightmare and they discard something good, and then they target it, I have to hit it, then they untap and use the Faithful. We can't have that either. So I can't play the Nightmare. I'm just in a lock. I've got to draw these cards because I have to find removal. This is a sorcery. So I'm also opening myself up to just being attacked, but we're at 20. Well, that land is trying to do its job. And we didn't leave a blue open. That's a big mistake. Oh my goodness. All right, it continues. You can target the Fear of Isolation. Man, this Abyssal Harvester is a monster. Where is my removal? They didn't do it. Ah, they didn't go for it. Exile target creature in a graveyard that was put there this turn. This thing's a monster. I've never seen a 3/2 live this long because every game I play, there are removal spells, but we are not playing that game here, are we? We just can't seem to find one. Second Faithful. It's fine. It's fine. Right now, there's nothing this can target this turn. So right now, we have a free use of the vacuum. This is a sorcery only. Okay. Also, making a token of the Arena, it says X damage as you choose any number of creatures or planeswalkers, where X is the number of lands you control. So we can go for this now. They can't do their things in response. There's Kefka. Again, if they discard a creature, we have a staring match, and then next turn they reanimate a 12/12 Galta, which we have no removal for. Ah! Oh my goodness. If we exile and make a Arena, we can kill these. That's a pretty big deal. Can also make a Galta. Ooh. Ooh. All right. I mean, I'm just not doing much. This can go very wrong, but let's go for it. Let's go for the cool play. Oh wait, you have to tap this to do it. Oh no, what have I done? Well, I've emptied their graveyard, so they still have to get something in their graveyard to bring it back. Maybe that's not the end of the world. We could also empty their hand. The problem is if they discard something good, they get it. Oh my gosh. What a nightmare. And if I activate this next turn, they don't get it. What do we do? Do we make them discard here? It seems so bad for us. I think I just play this. I could level. Leveling is an option. Okay. So if we get their hand low, we'll be okay. We can play this. But we don't want to enable their discard. If we do that, we don't have the untapped land for next turn. It's got to be one of these. I always feel like I can activate the vacuum, then activate the vacuum again, but I can't. It's a big oops. No! No, 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 don't let it be something good. Oh my gosh, another counterspell and a Valgamoth! Jesus. Well, that's game. Oh my gosh. Guys, what the hell? Of course they had a refute. Of course they had another counterspell. Of course they have another Abyssal Harvester. Okay. It's fine. It's just a 9/9. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I'm down to 3? I'm down to 3. Does it have trample? It does not. And they empty their hand, which means we get an extra draw. This town ain't big enough. Is a card. Okay. Let's do our thing. They get a vacuum. That's nice for them. Winter Night goes back to the graveyard, but we're dealing a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. I have a blocker they can cast, which is Ureni, after it chump blocks. Oh. And we get a Kefka. Unfortunately, I have to discard, which gives them a card. I'll just give them the starting town. Or, you know, this starting town. And now they untap. They have the Ghost Vacuum in the starting town. Oh my goodness. Have I actually run them out of stuff now? What happens to this if it dies? They can cast it, right? Yeah. I can bounce that to my hand. Oh no! Oh, come on.
Those who get
really?
my way tend to
Wait, how much life can they pay? This is 8. This is 8. They're almost dead. Which would I rather they have? The 12/12? I can bounce the 12/12. I mean, I'm gonna have to block anyway. The question is, do I give them a Kefka? If they pay 5 and cast the Kefka, they don't discard anything, so they don't draw. I discard a land. They draw 1 card. They have to pay 5 life to do that. Or I can give them the Galta. What happens with the finality? Oh, it's a flying counter. It's not a finality counter. This I don't think I want to give them because it has protection from black. I think I give them Galta. Oh, they don't get it. Oh, if a card you didn't control would be put into a graveyard. Ah. No? If it would be put into an opponent's graveyard. That's the difference. All right. Protection from black. Block. Yes. Shut it down. Beautiful. Oh, I love that protection from black on the card right now. Okay. Good. We have to get this Valgavoth off the field. I mean, kind of. We can just block it. Until it's removed. We're drawing multiple cards a turn. We're doing the thing. Let's keep giving them bad lands. Okay, come on, starting town. What are you doing? All right. What can they exile with the Ghost Vacuum? I think we want to bounce the vacuum back to our hand. I'm trying to figure out if I want to try to bounce Valgavoth. I could pay a wart in these nightmares. And in the Kefka or the talent or this third vacuum. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Play this nightmare. Play this nightmare. Play this vacuum. Now I can pay ward. Tap land. And go for the fear. So before they untap that and get to pay 6 to make a fear, we want to do the thing. Oh wait, I have to target something of my own. Kefka. Kefka. A nowhere to run would be really nice. Okay, those are gone. Man, I feel like I am fumbling all over the place this game. I've only gotten about 7 rules things wrong, but we're still in it. We still have a chance. Oh no. Oh no.
Happy to help.
Another Liliana off the top.
I've always hated crowds.
Oh no. And the vacuum is ready. Okay, we get an extra draw. This bounces a permanent. Do we have an untapped land? No, we don't. Wow. Well, I guess I don't get rid of Liliana yet, but I'm not letting this vacuum ruin me. We're gonna flip the vacuum tables all over again. Beautiful. Put it back down. We could sack it to draw 2. I think we want it on the field though. We could sack Jill to draw 2. But you can turn into a 4/5 that can help make sure Liliana dies. I don't think that's the play right now. Dude, what a grind this game is. This is Grixis. Down to 10 from the talent, slowly but surely. Yeah? What a card. Targets? That is a big dragon. Okay, talent and Jill, okay? How do we deal with you? You're lethal in that punch. We can kill it if we do the or anything with the vacuum. Yes, we can.
You won't be outsmarting me.
The Galta is still there. The Valgavoth's gone. All right, it's Ureni. What do we need? 7 lands? Yeah, we got it. We do have it. And then 2 mana left over can play a talent if that's what we want to do. Ureni is creatures or planeswalkers. Okay, we want 1 more land. Beautiful. Oh, what a card.
I know when I'm not wanted.
I think we hold this to go with the tracker. We can bounce a thing and make them discard it. Kefka can do that too. What the hell? Right off the top, Shieldred the Apocalypse, I go to 1? Yeah, now there's nowhere to run. All right, that's pretty straightforward, easy what we have to do. Bounce that. And then Kefka make them discard it. So they're discarding a creature. Let's discard this enchantment. I think it can be the talent. Although at this point, we're trying to end the game. I've said a few times that nowhere to run would be nice. This is not that time. There's 2 cards. There's a Reef. I feel like all I need them to do is miss for 1 turn. If they draw another Shieldred. Oh no. Oh no. Don't draw another Shieldred or a reanimation. Don't do it. Not like this. Not after all this. What is it? What is it? Pass turn. We draw. Okay, we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. I'm very nervous about this card. but there is a Kefka attack trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I'm gonna send the reef. I'm gonna try to end this game. If we had one more mana, we could send 2 reefs. Or no, we can send 2 reefs. They call it. Oh, what a game. What a battle. Wow. That was absolutely bizarre. Our opponent was going crazy.